How you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. I always say welcome to the replay first because usually there's nobody here. There's already 6 people here. This is great. So welcome to the live. How's that? Welcome to the replay. If you're watching in the replay, do me a favor and let me know you're in the replay. Sorry, as soon as I started, I got a tickle in my throat. Give me 1 second. Let me know you're in the replay. Let me know you're watching in the replay. Give me a comment. Likes and hearts are nice in the replay, but I don't really see them. If you write a comment or a hashtag, I'll see that. So if you're joining live, I'm going to get right to the live early today. I'm not going to talk to replay people very much. If you're watching in the live and you're new to Daily Fuel, here's how this works. Number one is you guys can comment the whole time. I'm going to say hello to you people in a second, but while I'm doing my spiel, I'm going to ignore the comments. And so you can comment while I'm talking, but don't get upset that I'm not reading your comment and saying something back to it immediately. When I'm done with my thing, I'm going to go back, I'm going to read all the comments, and we'll have a discussion on everything you said. If you're new to Daily Fuel and you've never been in the live before, you might have done this, and then I don't know who you are, so then I have to look you up on my phone. There is a link in the description of this video that tells you, you can click the link, it says eCam, something or other, eCam.com. You can give eCam permission so that I can see your face and your name in the comments. If you can do that like Shin did, thanks. Appreciate it. And you're here. You see what I mean now, how the live works. All right, I'm going to just, there's a lot of you here. I'm going to skip the hellos. Karina is here. I'm listening. Cool. And Shin is here, and Robin's here, and Nathan's here, and Ray is here, and Rochelle is here. Hello. So hello, everybody. Marsha's here. Hey, Bobby. Excited to hear today's segment. Yeah, I got something really cool to share with you guys. Hello, Bobby, especially. Thank you. And all right, you guys can keep talking the whole time. I'm going to get started now. And is this live? Yes, Robin, this is live. Here we go. Oh, did I really do this? I have been like preparing for this one all day. And of course, I forgot to do this. What's this one called? Take the, I can't type like this, next step. Man, I rarely forget to do that. Anyway, now let's start. Can you see my comments? Says Amy. Yes, I can. Okay, let's go. By the way, thanks for joining me today. I'm really glad that you're here. And breathe. Take the next step. Take the next step. Wow, what a not epic name for what I feel is an epic live for me today. And I'm going to explain why when I get to my number 3, why I chose a not so epic title for this one. Let's see. I started this group. I opened the doors in September of 2020. I started the group, I think, in June or July or something like that. That's when I created the actual group on Facebook. And then I started telling people about it and saying, hey, I'm doing this thing, and preparing for it and figuring out what I wanted it to be about. And in September, we opened the doors. And I did my first Daily Fuel that day. And I've done close to 200 Daily Fuels since that day. And they're all on YouTube, by the way. YouTube.com/fuelblue if you want to go back and see some old ones. Because I delete them from here because you can't find things in a Facebook group. Anyway, they're all on YouTube. So I have been working, and you've heard me say a million things. The Daily Fuel is me having a therapy session with myself, and you're watching, and you help too. The comments are very helpful to me. So I have so much to talk about and so much to say. you've been watching me grow, and you've been watching me and helping me to move forward with my business and to figure it out. And it's interesting because when I started the group, I had this inkling, I had this little whisper. It was like my soul was telling me, "Hey, why don't you start a Facebook group? Go ahead, go start a Facebook group." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Start a Facebook group? I already tried that, and I didn't like it. It didn't work, and and all the reasons why that I didn't want to do it, but it just kept nagging at me. You should go start a Facebook group. Just go start a Facebook group." All right, so I started a Facebook group, and for a while I didn't know what I was doing with it. I was just like, well, here we are. I don't know why we're here. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I don't know what I'm trying to get to. Most people start a Facebook group so they can teach you something and then make a product and sell it. And I was like, I don't have anything to sell you. I don't want to sell you anything. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here other than to figure out what I want to do. What do I want to be when I grow up is basically what this Facebook group has been about so far. And I've been working on creating a business from my passions. So today I want to tell you 3 ways that I'm doing that now, and then I want to show you it and invite you to be a part of it. I already tried this once before and it was a flop, not because nobody liked it or anything like that, but just because it wasn't the thing I wanted to make. It was something that I force made. If you remember, late last year I came out with something called Quantasy Plus, and I was working on that, and suddenly I realized, but dude, you painted yourself into a corner. You created a product that you don't want to have to make all the time. And so I said to myself, I'm never doing that again. And I shut that whole thing down and just went back to being here. So what is it that I'm teaching, and what is it that I'm trying to figure out, and what is it that I want to convey to you? And so the first thing, I've got 3 things, and I hope this makes sense today because my mind has been a little bit all over the place, is understanding your confidence and your worthiness. I think that is, you know what these 3 things are? They are the 3 things that I am the most about. That's what it is. I want you to know who you're standing here or sitting there, or whatever you're doing, who I'm standing. Yeah, you're probably not standing. Sit down. So who you're watching here, and what the heck I'm doing, and what I'm all about. And the first thing that I'm about is understanding your confidence and your worthiness. And I am a firm believer that every human being, not just the artists of the world, but every human being has a core genius, has a soul, has a purpose in life, has a I like the words core genius. It's not a word, it's a phrase. I like the words core genius, and to me that means like that one thing, that's that central nugget that makes you, and it's different from any other human being, not just on earth, but who's ever lived or who ever will live. You are the unique version of the universe that will never be again. That's insane. That's amazing. And I think that when we think about it, that we are these spiritual beings on a human adventure, that we understand that we know that there's something special about each one of us, that nobody's here on accident. It's like, yay, we're here on Earth. We're at the amusement park. And it's like, oh, look, that guy's here. Well, he obviously was a mistake. Nobody's a mistake. Nobody is less than. But we have ways here on Earth of comparing and contrasting things to make it seem like or feel like this one's better and that one stinks and this one's lame and this one's great, and I think that the worst one who does it is yourself. You do it to yourself. We can look at other people and be like, yeah, cool, but we don't really care all that much. The one we really care about and feel deep into our soul, into our bones, is ourselves. We feel like there's something wrong with me. I'm just not good enough. And I think it's because we are comparing the actions that we're taking and the things that we're doing and the events that we have going on in our lives and the results that we're seeing from our trials and tribulations, and we're comparing that to some vision of perfection that we have. That, by the way, no one has ever achieved. No one's ever achieved that level of perfection, but we have this level of perfection in our minds that we are now comparing ourselves to, and we constantly fall short of that. And I think that that is probably the biggest hindrance to being happy in life, and in terms of like starting a business or anything like that, to getting it off the ground to the point where you're really, really excited about it and successful. Because if you don't have that confidence and that knowledge that you're perfect just the way you are, then you're constantly going to be battling that. It doesn't mean you're going to be broke and poor and businesses are going to fail left and right and no one's going to love you. It just means that things are going to be more difficult in some places in life than they need to be. There's no reason for it. So that's the first thing that I am about. I want you to know that. And overcoming that and working on that is how I think that I have been successful in my life in creating a business from my passions. Even this entire time that you've been watching me since September of 2020 and long before that I've been working out like, what the hell do I want to do with my business? I haven't had a job. I've been doing this. I've been working here. You know what I mean? I don't do, this isn't like some part-time thing that I do. This is my life. How do I do it? How do I do it? Well, the one thing that I do is I'm constantly working on this, the confidence and the worthiness part, to remind myself that I am my own worthiness. I am my own stability. I am my own perfection. That whatever this level is that I'm at, that's amazing. So that's one. Okay, number two. Number two is learning how to trust yourself and trust in your soul. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with number one. But a lot of times I think what happens is when we take that comparison thing is that we then start to make decisions based on what we think other people think. Right. And so, yes, there's the confidence and we might be like putting ourselves down or something like that. But then there's this lack of trust that we have where it's like, I kind of know what I want to do on some general level. I know the direction that I want to be moving in and I know the path that I want to take. The problem is that everything in this world around me has been created and set up. And I keep hearing it from every other person in the world that I should be going this way or I should be going that way. You know, if you saw me do the live about that you are the light, the way I described it then, I'll describe it again now, is that we live in this world where everything has been set up for you. You're born for most of us who live in the first world, right? You're born into this world and you are immediately just in this system of, you've got your toddler years where you're at home with your mommy and your daddy and the whoever's. And then you got the years where you're in school and everything is just regimented for you. Do this assignment, now do this, now hand this thing in, now here's a grade, yay, now you move on to the next thing. And everybody's just marching along, right? Step to step to step to step to step. And I got really good at that. I was really, really good at that. And I thought, wow, this life thing is amazing. I just went from 6th grade to 7th grade to 8th grade, right through high school and into college and stuff like that. I was a good student and it was easy for me. And I knew what was expected of me and I knew what everybody wanted of me and I did it well and I was good at it, luckily. A lot of people have a hard time in school because school is set up for a specific kind of way of thinking and stuff. And I just happened to be good at it, and a lot of people aren't. But I was, and you always think that for the people who aren't, that they're going to feel like there's something wrong with me and I don't fit in the world. But I had the opposite problem. I was like, I am the king of the world. This is amazing. And then a funny thing happened one day. I graduated school, and suddenly I wasn't in school anymore, and there was no regiment. There was just like, what do you mean? Now what do I do? I don't know. Get a job. Do this. Nobody was like guiding me by the hand anymore, saying, now do this, now do this, now do this. It was just like, hey, here you are, throw me in the ocean. And I'm just like, nobody taught me how to swim. I've been on a boat the whole time. And it was just kind of weird because now I had to figure it out. And so for me, it was always about, these paths were set up that now, go get a job and work for this company and you'll start as a junior designer and then become a designer and then a senior designer and then an art director and then you'll retire and then you'll live a couple of years and have your grandkids and then you'll be dead and get out of the way. And that's kind of the way that It seemed set up for me. But once I was out in the world on my own, I realized, boy, that school thing was kind of boring, and I was always felt like I was kind of in a box. I just happened to be good at doing the things that they told me to do. But now that no one's telling me what to do, I had this feeling like I knew what I wanted to do, but there wasn't a path for it. And it took me a long time to figure out that there wasn't a path for it because I hadn't cleared the trees yet. The vines were still all in the way, you know? Or on the one I said, it was like everything is lit up on that regular path you're supposed to take, but the path that you want to take is pitch black. And it looks scary and you can't see down it. And the reason it's pitch black and dark is because you are the light. You have to step onto the path and shine your own light, and then it starts showing itself to you. You start seeing where you're supposed to go from there. And so this is what my number 2 is, and what I'm about is learning how to trust my soul and talk to people like you to help you understand that you've got that too. Don't trust me. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. Listen to you. Listen to your heart. Listen to what it's telling you, and then act on that. Because when you do that, when you bet on yourself, that's when you're able to move forward in life the way that you want to. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. And number three, I'm not sure what number 3 is. I wrote something down. I'm gonna wing this one. Number 3 is a combination of the artistic spirit and the entrepreneurial spirit. This one, by the way, is about business. But everything that I've been talking about so far can be applied to non-business stuff as well. People who aren't entrepreneurs, people who aren't artists even, lack confidence and don't understand their worth and don't trust their self and their soul and understand that they've got that voice inside. Start a Facebook group. I didn't know why I was starting a Facebook group, but I trusted that voice enough to be like, all right, let's give this a shot. And if that voice had said to me, start a Facebook group, it's September of 2020, and start a Facebook group, and by March of 2022, you'll know more about what you're doing with it. I'd have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? March of 2022? No, I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to do all this crap all that long and not even know where I'm going. But we don't always know where we're going. We have to just go. So artistic spirit plus entrepreneurial spirit. That's what I'm realizing that I have been trying to do personally. And people who want to do that, to combine those two things, you take your artistic spirit and your entrepreneurial spirit and combine them into one to create a business around your art. I'm really, really into that because I'm into that. It's what I want to do for me. And I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm so good at helping people build businesses, and I'm so good at doing the art stuff, and I'm so good at talking about the spiritual stuff that I've been trying to figure out like one thing. I've been trying to figure out this one gem of a thing that I could say, I do this and it covers everything. And I wasn't able to find that one thing because I've got a thing where I talk about this thing, and I've got a thing where I talk about this thing, and I've got a thing where I talk about this thing. And I thought, well, that's no good because 3 different people are going to like 3 different things. I need one thing that covers everything. And because I was so closed-minded and looking for that one shiny gold nugget product or service that I wasn't even looking at what I already had. That I was just like going, yeah, to the things that I already had. I literally did that. I went, I'm gonna make myself giggle today. And it was infuriating to me because I wasn't open enough to trust myself enough to know that, dude, you have to put all of you out there. You can't leave anything in the back. There is no back room with me. Everything that I am has to be front and center. And just going back to the Quantasy Plus thing, the reason that didn't work, again, wasn't because people weren't into it. It was because I wasn't into it. It was I was trying to force a golden nugget product and say like, I'll make this. And then I realized I've just painted a box and said, I'm going to make this every day for the rest of my life. And I'm just like, I'm already bored with this. Because what I want to do is I want to work on this, and I want to work on this, and I want to do 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 this. And I went, how do I do that? You're not allowed to do that, because that's that dark path. I was too afraid to go down that dark path, because the well-lit path for entrepreneurs is pick a niche, talk about it 75 hours a day, and you aggravate everybody you know, and become the expert in it, and just pound it and pound it and pound it and pound it. And that's all you're allowed to do. You're not allowed to be about anything else. You are the person that does that thing. It becomes not only a thing you do, but it becomes who you are. You know, I'm the video guy. I'm the website guy. I'm the bonehead guy. Well, guess what? I'm all those guys. And some days I'm not. Some days I don't give a shit about any of those things. Some days I just want to make a comic book. And some days I just want to be with my kids. And some days some days I really want to do this thing. I've said it 1,000 times. It's really difficult being me. But it's difficult being you too, because I'm not different than anybody else. We all have multiple things that we want to do. And I think that it's just about learning how to merge together your artistic spirit and your entrepreneurial spirit. So those are my 3 things for today. If you will indulge me a little while longer, I would like to show you what I've done and what I'm making. And I have an offer for you. And then I'm going to get to all of your comments. I promise. So let me switch gears here to this. Okay. What is that? Oh, you probably don't see that. Do you see this black box in front of the, or do I just see that? What is that? All right. Well, I don't know. All right. So this is fuelblue.com. You can't see me. So this is fuelblue.com. You don't have to read anything right now. I'm going to go through this really fast, because if you're interested, I'm going to just let you go. All the information that I could possibly say, I wrote on the website. So I've got a whole bunch of things that I'm doing now. One is, I'm trying to click on the video screen. That doesn't work. All right, hang on a second. I got to move this. All right, one is this. Be a Rockstar. Be a Rockstar is a course that I made a long time ago, and I have been working on this stuff forever. And man, this stuff is at the core of who I am. It's all about creating a brand image for your business. It's all about learning how to market yourself correctly, learning how to put your authentic self out there, learning how to get good at making videos, learning how to do a lot of really amazing things. I'm not going to explain all of this stuff. There's just way too much here. What I am going to say is, if you are interested in starting a business or growing a business, this is available for you. If you go to this page, there are sample videos from all the different courses and series that are all included in Be a Rockstar. There's all of this stuff, how to create an authentic brand and then project it, get started making videos, the library of content. This alone is probably the most valuable thing I've ever taught. And then how to be an expert. And then, of course, there's all my video series on branding, on marketing, and on a 4-part marketing plan. And down here to the right, where it says turn your passion into a business audio course. This is probably one of the first products that I've ever made, and I decided to include it because if anybody's going to get it, it's you guys. This is just an audio course. It's not video, and it's basically about using law of attraction practices, visualization, appreciation, meditation, to figure out what your passion is in your life, and then to build a business around it. And the thing about it that's different from anything I've made since is I made this years ago when I first started getting into Abraham Hicks. And it was very interesting to me to watch Esther just kind of become Abraham on the stage. And I thought I wanted to try that with my inner being, who I call David, which, if you've ever wondered, which is why the statue of David is like the symbol of everything that I've got. Because that's the name that I have for my inner being. And there are audio recordings of me speaking as David in this audio course. And so that's included too. So for this weekend only, I'm selling this entire course for $99. You can get it right now, and it's It's a lifetime all access plan. By the way, if you were in my old group and you bought the Be a Rockstar course back then, don't buy it again. You are already in it. I'm going to put you on the website. So the I just lost my train of thought. So it's $99. It's all access, and that I'm going to be making more content for Be a Rockstar, more business content. And as I do, if you have an all access pass, you get the new content. You don't have to buy more Be a Rockstar content in the future. It's a one-time purchase. You get a lifetime all access pass. And for this weekend only, it's $99. I guarantee you on Monday, the price is going up. And pretty soon after that, the price is going up again. I used to sell this for $299, and it was just the 6 modules at the top. So you can expect that over time, this is going to go up and up and up. So for right now, it's $99 if you want it. That's Be a Rockstar. That's one thing. That's my business stuff. By the way, don't rush out and do that, because the second thing I want to show you is the other business thing that I'm offering now, which I am calling Rent-A-Stage. I really like making websites for people. I just don't like it when that's the only thing I do. And I had gotten to a place where I was getting kind of sour on it until I started doing it more. And I was like, boy, I really do like this. I just need variety. And I have figured out how to create websites for clients as more of a product than a very expensive investment. I found that the biggest problem a lot of people had that wanted to work for me was that they couldn't afford the thousands of dollars that it costs to build a website up front. And there are, of course, do-it-yourself things like Squarespace or Wix. I'm not a big fan of those things. I find them to be very cookie cutter and cheesy, but if that's the best you can do, then that's better than nothing. But the other big problem that I had with a lot of my clients was some people would build a website and then sort of just forget about it and not actually work it. And I would always try to get my clients to do things with their websites afterwards, but I didn't have a program in place to work with them other than to make sure that it was updated or maintained. So what I've created is what I'm calling Rent-A-Stage, and this page will explain what it is. You don't have to read it right now. But basically, there are 3 levels to Rent-A-Stage. And not only will I be making logos and websites for clients, and also an e-commerce, built-in, custom-made e-commerce platform for clients who want to be a part of this, but there will also be a second Facebook group, a Rent-A-Stage Facebook group, where I'll be doing monthly group coaching calls where you're live on the call with me. Not like this where I'm just reading your comments, but we'll be like face to face talking in audio with each other. So there's that. And I'll also be doing a weekly live in that group just about business. So one of the daily fuels that I do every week will be in that group for the paid customers only. And it'll be, that will be the business oriented daily fuels that I do. And of course, with that group, you'll have direct access to me. You'll get my cell phone number and my email address, and you'll have access to me every day for questions about your website, questions about your business. We'll be talking about everything, and I'll be making new content based on what it is that we're all trying to do in that group. And so there are 3 stages, as I said, and here they are. The first is training, which is maybe you already have a website, but you want to be in that Facebook group. So that's $99 a month. You get into the the private Facebook group with the monthly group coaching calls and the weekly business live. And you also get all of the Be a Rockstar content and all of the Quantasy content, which I haven't shown you yet. The second one is where we build a website, and this is $199 a month. And then the third one is where we build an e-commerce website, and that one is $299 a month. And just so you know, there are no setup fees and there are no transaction fees on the e-commerce thing. Your money is yours. The only thing you pay is this monthly fee, and you get a custom-made thing that we will update constantly, and we will work together to make sure that the website is working to advance your business. So that's Rent-A-Stage. If you're interested in that, go to that page. I'm going to quickly go over the others. Just Planet Bonehead is the TV show for kids that I make. I'm going to get back into doing that. If you have kids in grades 3 to 6, you might be interested in learning a little bit about this. If you know someone who's a teacher, I would really appreciate if you told them about this, because what I'm doing right now, this show, we used to sell the DVDs of each episode. These are the episodes. There's environmental series. There's ones about flying wildlife. One's about aquatic wildlife and habitats. And then holiday specials. And we used to sell each one of these DVDs for $50 a piece to in educational catalogs. And but again, I'm launching this on this platform, and you'll get a lifetime access for $99 to everything here and everything that I make in the future. So if you know a teacher that teaches 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, or what, around there, and they can get a lifetime access and get access to all of these episodes for the rest of their career for a one-time payment of $99. So if you could let them know that, or if you have kids, you might want to get it for them. It's very educational, and it teaches them about science and the environment without any of the doom and gloom about, it teaches the facts, but it's not scary. Put it that way. So the next one is Quantasy. Now you can see that these are things that Bobby is into, and that you might be into this one but not that one, and then Joe over there might be into that one but not this one, and I've had to get okay with that. But Quantasy is not here yet. It's coming out in the spring, and it's basically going to be another educational series, but not for little kids. This is going to be more like a college level educational series, philosophy and spirituality, where we talk about the human adventure that we're on and our place in the universe. There is a sneak peek. I did make videos a couple years ago that were my idea of what Quantasy was going to be. I had the name Quantasy and the idea for this show before I started this Facebook group. And then when I started the Facebook group, I thought, oh, maybe this is Quantasy. So I called the Facebook group Quantasy. And then after a while, I was like, no, this isn't Quantasy. It's the show. So now I don't call the group Quantasy anymore. The show here is Quantasy. You can watch some of these. These are full episodes. They're only a few minutes each. They were just for me to kind of get the idea of what this show could look and feel like. And now I'm working on it. The first series will be coming out in the spring. I'm asking if you want, you can get a lifetime ticket to the Quantum Odyssey, and since the show's not out yet, it's only $33 right now. So you get it for $33 right now. When it comes out in the spring, you get it immediately. Plus, anything I make for the rest of forever in Quantasy, you get. And I guarantee it's not going to be $33 very much longer. As I make more content, it's going to go up and up and up. So that's Quantasy. And then finally is the one you've been hearing me talk about the most lately. There's nothing for sale here. This is all free. This is the comic book and the music that I make. The comic book is all online. You can read it right here. I'm not going to talk much about this. You can just go check it out. So when you get any of these things, if you do, you log in, and then you'll see Your Be a Rockstar, Your Quantasy, Your Planet Bonehead. So if you go to Your Be a Rockstar, for example, it looks like a similar page, except what you have now is each one of these, as you click on them, this is the playlist for the entire module. And this is the playlist for this module. And this is the mindset videos. There's a lot of them. So there's a lot of content here. Plus there's worksheets and stuff that go with the course up there. And they all kind of work like that. Quantasy is, there's nothing there yet. Planet Bonehead, the same thing. You click on one and there's the episode. So that's it. By the way, if you're interested in Planet Bonehead, I forgot to show you this. If you click, this tells you what the show's about. And these down here, if you click on any of these are clips. So you can see what each episode is about. Whew. Okay, I tried to get through that as quickly as I could. Let me close this and go back to this. And here we are. I have to move everything around again. I appreciate you indulging me. That's that. That's my offer. For this weekend only, I guarantee those prices will stay the same. Everything is there right now. On Monday, you can bet that I'll be raising a lot of those prices, except for the Rent-A-Stage. And I forgot to put this in there. Those prices are going to be the final prices. I'm going to start them lower. If you want to join Rent-A-Stage at any level now, you take 33% off, and it'll be 33% off forever, as long as you stay in it. Okay? I didn't put that in. I'm going to put that in later. And there's no buy now button because I can't have 1,000 people telling me they want a website. I can't make 1,000 websites at a time. So there's going to be a limit to how many people can join Rent-A-Stage at a time. So there was an apply now. You'll figure it out. You're smart people. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go to the comments now. I'm sure there are a couple. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Okay, everybody said hi. Robin found it. Hey, Bobby, I'm excited to hear. Yay. Kirsten is here. Hey, Bobby. Hey, everyone. Can you see my comments? Yes. Romper Stomper. Okay, and where do we get your little title? Confused me. Hey, guys, this is Dulcie. Not sure if you can tell. We can tell. You clicked the link. That's great. Glad I'm finally able to be here. Me too. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Deb is here. Hey, Bobby and company. Hi, Deb. How are you? Trying to get through the hellos real quick. I wish I could pinpoint my uniqueness. Well, I'm not going to dive too deeply into that. But that would be a good daily fuel. That'd be good daily fuel. Deb says, what about when we what about when we put our heart and soul into something and then feel as if we failed? Does that mean that path was not for us? I'm still letting go of this. Deb, all those things that I just showed you, each one of them I have tried in some way before and have felt as though I failed with each one of them. Every single one of them. Planet Bonehead, oh God, I failed at that. Be a Rock Star, I tried selling that before I failed. Quantasy, I've had 15 different versions of something called Quantasy already in the past week and a half. So I have failed more times than I care to admit. And yet here these things all are, because I find that when I put them down and then I come back to them and I look at them, I'm like, that's really cool. I don't think I failed at it. What happened was I was trying to turn this idea into something that it wasn't. I was trying to make Be a Rock Star be the be-all and end-all of who Bobby is. I was trying to make Planet Bonehead the big, big, big epic thing. Here we're getting to the title of today's episode. We're getting to the big, big, big epic thing. I make a TV show for kids to teach them about science and the environment so we can fix the climate change and save the world. Oh my God, that's amazing. I failed at that because not everything needs to be this big epic thing. That's why I called this episode Take the Next Step, because I'm not standing here telling you I figured everything out. Now I know what life is all about. I know the meaning of life. I understand everything, and I don't. This is just what I'm doing today. This is my next step. My next logical step for me is to put all of this out there. And the thing is that I'm not going to be the educational guy. I'm not going to be the rock star guy. I'm not going to be the Quantasy guy. I'm not going to be the comic book guy. I'm not going to be those guys. Where I'm going to be all of those guys. And I'm not selling any of those things. What I'm selling is me. What you're getting is me. If you like me over here, then buy me over here. If you like me when I'm talking about this stuff, then just buy me when you're getting this stuff. But in all things, you're getting me. You're getting my heart. You're getting my heart and my soul and everything that I'm about. It just comes out in different ways. And I always thought that I had to take that path, that path that said, no, you can't let it come out in different ways. You got to make it come out in one way, one niche, one audience, one message. That's it. That's all you're allowed to do. And I went, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I've already got 5 things here. I bet I could think of 5 more by next week if I wanted to. So what about when you put your heart and soul into something and then it feels like you failed? You probably didn't fail because you put your heart and soul into it. How is that a failure? You probably were just trying to turn it into something that it's not. maybe take a break from it and come back to it in a little while and look at it with fresh eyes, and you'll see, well, no wonder I was doing with it. I hope that helps. I talk about that a lot and everything. Kirsten. This is perfect timing. Good. I keep thinking, do I need a job again? No, I'm not going back on the pre-lit path anymore. No turning back despite how dark it is. We are the light. We have all that we need. Yeah, good for you, Kirsten. Now, by the way, I just said, I don't have a job. I haven't been doing that. I'm not saying that you should not get one. I'm saying that you need to step onto your path. Your path might be very different than my path. So just because I said my path was not having a job doesn't mean your path has to be that. I love the sentiment here. I would just caution you to say, make sure that the sentiment and the reality of what you really want fits. Not the reality of what people think you should do. That's bullshit. The reality of what you really want and what you want to do. When you follow that, my number 2 was trust yourself, trust your soul. When you do that, you can't go wrong, even though it's a little scary some days. But you'll never hear me say, I do it this way and you should too. I don't know that you should. My way might be really, really bad for you. So you got to figure it out your way. Better late than never. Good. Welcome to the show. Robin. When you bet on yourself, that's when you can fly and soar, not just glide. Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. Always bet on yourself and believe in your own mind. I love seeing you giggle. Thanks. And then you make me giggle. Good. And lots of smiley faces. Nathan, you have a smile that could light up a whole psych ward. No, that's funny. I like that. Oh, Facebook user says, you know what? I'm not going to, I don't know who this is. I just tell people I'm a creator. I do lots of things, but ultimately I'm a creator. I don't know who this is. Now I'm curious. Ronan. There it is. Bobby. No, I just tell people, Richard. Hey man, how you doing? What's going on? Do me a favor, pal. You got to click the link again. Sorry, I don't know. I just tell people I'm a creator. It's Richard. I do lots of things, but ultimately I'm a creator. Very good. Yeah. Again, this isn't about me trying to figure out like a title for myself or anything like that. I just say I'm an artist. So I get what you're saying. But it was hard for me. And it's great that you figured that out because, a lot of times I would start working on something and then people would gather around me and be like, oh, you're the guy that does that thing. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I just kind of became known as the guy that does that thing. And then I would want to do something else, but I wouldn't know how because none of these people who were into that thing care about this other thing that I'm doing. And that's why I like this Facebook group because it's just a bunch of creators and artists and spiritual people. And you're not all going to like everything that I do, but enough of you are going to like everything that I do. And some of you might like more than one thing that I do. Some of you might not like anything that I do, and I don't know why you're even here. But Bobby, you are all those things. Yes, I am. All those different parts of you. Thank you. Deb is laughing. I must have said something very funny. You sound so much like me. I know, we're very similar. I'm so in the right place. Good. You're there. You're trusting yourself, just keep looking inward and listening to that voice. You'll know what to do. Yay, Rockstar. Cool. Genius comment. So hilarious. I don't know what it was. Nathan. Nathan said something funny. Oh, the psych ward thing? Rainbows and butterflies? Oh, right. I'm trying to figure it out, what those things are, then you wrote it next to it. You always get me. Ow. Ow. Oh, man, Robin. I'm like, rainbows, and I'm trying to figure it out. The words are right there. Oh my God. Okay, hang on a second. Whew. Need to gear up for this one. Amy says, I think it feels scary, uncertain, wobbly to go out on your own path because it's your own path. Yeah. Not even a blank sheet of paper because you want the uniqueness of it being the path you're creating and doing several things that could be overwhelming, but it keeps it interesting. And if you have a hyperactive mind, it actually makes sense to have many projects on the go, with some merging and others being standalone projects. Yes. Things I did several years ago are now merging with the new paths I have been working on. I feel like I have been on a few paths at the same time. Like, why just have one path? And now they are slowly merging, and I'm heading towards something fun and fab. Nice, Amy. That's fantastic. Good for you. I'm happy to hear that. And yes, that's exactly what I'm saying and exactly what I'm talking about. So thanks for that input. What year did you release Planet Bonehead? Ha! Oh, Planet Bonehead has been those episodes were made over several years in the mid 2010s. So I think I started these in 2012, 2013, 14, 15 is when all these episodes came out. The idea for Planet Bonehead goes back to 2005. So I've been working on the idea for it since then. But the show as it is now emerged in about 10 or less years ago, and some of those videos are much younger than that. Good stuff, Bobby. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wow, Bobby, you are a machine. You have been very busy. You know, that's the other thing, is that sometimes I feel like I'm not doing anything, and then I look at everything that I've done and I'm like, oh, where did all this come from? I didn't even realize that this is what I was doing. And then sometimes I look at it and I realize I didn't even notice that they kind of go together like this, as Amy was just saying. Like, I just thought Be a Rockstar was this idea and Planet Bonehead was that idea, and they're two different ideas and they're two different companies and they're two different everythings. Until I realized, no, the underlying thing is the Bobby part of it. And just put that out there. That's what I guess I'm getting at, is how do you take yourself and put yourself out there and then be what you want to be for the people that you gather around you, rather than find a group of people who are looking, that most people say for entrepreneurs, find a group of people that have a problem, figure out what the problem is, find a solution to the problem, and sell that. Well, that makes sense if you like that kind of mechanized thing. There are people whose core genius is entrepreneurialism, who are just like, I love solving problems, and then they move on to the next thing. I'm not like that. I don't want to know what your problem is and then I'll figure out how to solve it. I have my solutions. I have, like, this is what I talk about. I talk about this, and if you want to hear it, then come on over here. If you don't want to hear this, go on over there. I don't know what to tell you. I'm one guy, and it's all me all day, and that's all you get. You just get it in different flavors, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe these are like flavors, right? If you went to Baskin-Robbins, they've got 31 flavors. Well, I got 33 flavors, right? And you come to me, and I got Planet Bonehead stuff. I got Be a Rockstar stuff. I got Quantasy stuff. I got spiritual stuff. I got artistic stuff. I got comic books and music. It's all me, and it's all the same message in different forms. It's all ice cream, but different flavors, right? And if you went there and all they had was vanilla, you'd be like, all right, well, I liked it yesterday, but I don't really want that today. Today I want something else. Whew. Yeah, flavors. The degree to which a person can grow is directly proportional. Dude, you got to put your cerebral comments earlier in the show, because by the time I get an hour in, I'm not following. I got to start over because I completely wasn't paying attention. The degree to which a person can grow is directly proportional to the amount of truth they can accept about themselves without running away. Ooh, I really like that, right? What's he saying there? He's like, if you can't be with yourself, if you can't appreciate yourself for who you are, then you can't grow, right? The amount that you can grow is directly proportional to the amount that you can look at yourself and be like, that's cool. I like that person. I dig being this person. I really can appreciate what's amazing about this person. Because a lot of times we look at ourselves, going back to my number one 40 minutes ago, is that we look at other people or other things or this vision of perfection that we have for what we want to be and realize I'm not that high. And so I must suck. Let's not do that. Let's just not do that anymore. Let's do it this way. Let's accept, just accept who you are. You don't have to make yourself better. Oh, when I lose weight, then I'll be better. When I get better at this, when I take that course, or when I figure out how to learn how to do this thing, or when I practice this more, or when I get that job, or when I do this thing, or get another client, I'll be better. And then I can accept who I am. No, accept who you are right now. Accept who you are right now. Give yourself a pat on the back for getting this far. Nothing's killed you yet. You're still going. Amy, create the life you want to live. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. You know, you're not a Ben and Jerry's, but a Bobby's and Bobby's. That's not it. You didn't even mess that up. I'm still laughing. That just is funny. Why would I try to take a sip of water while I'm laughing? I do not know. Marcia says, for the past year, I've been basically retired, trying to decide now what I really want to do creatively. I have all these ideas in notes and journals, but now it's a bit mind-boggling as to which direction to proceed. Love the concepts you're throwing out, though maybe it might trigger my brain on how to move forward with one of the concepts. Good, Marcia. That's awesome. You know, you're trying to figure out what you want to do creatively. Sometimes the problem is even in the way like the way you just said that. Like, I'm trying to figure out which direction to proceed, and saying it that way almost implies that I can only go one way. You know, and what I'm trying to say is, what if we went a lot of different ways? We're spiritual beings on a human adventure. We're not meat suits. We don't have to pick one way and walk that, and that's the only path we're allowed to take. It feels that way because it's what a lot of people do, and it's what a lot of people insist you do. But that's not the truth. We can do all of it. That's the last comment. So we're done. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you being here today and indulging me in this live. As I said, these things, if you go to fuelblue.com, these things are available right now, and they'll be at those prices over the weekend. And at least, you know, on Monday I'll probably be raising some of those prices. So if you want to support my work and be a part of what I'm doing, then by all means, go and give me money. All right, that's it. No, there's more comments. Sounds to me like she's implying there's a right way versus a wrong way, which is not true. Right, exactly, Robin. Exactly what I was just saying. Like, it's implying there's only one direction, and every other direction is wrong. Right? Very good. You got it. Robin, your last comment made me spit my hot chocolate out. Splat, not arrow. What? What is that about? I don't know what that means. Did I say something? I don't know. Sorry, you know the deal. Sometimes I don't know what the comments mean, and then I'll go, oh, you meant that later, and you don't know because you're not watching. Because anyway is valid, because they're all you. That's right. Bobbies and Bobbies. Hot chocolate. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. Daily Fuel will resume on Monday, and next week we'll be back to normal with the 4 a week. This week I was really gearing up to getting this ready for today, so I appreciate you sticking with me. Bumblebees. Cool. Robin, you can have the, what's it called? Booby prize. And I will see you guys Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.